The Minnesota Vikings coaching staff has been finalized. It's done. The team can now put all their bandwidth towards the combine, which I think is a complete waste of time. I believe game film is really all you need, but I digress. I think the Kevin O'Connell-Wes Phillips connection is going to be fantastic. They're going to be carrying over their working relationship from LA. I want to focus here on Ed Donatel, though, because obviously after Kevin O'Connell, defensive coordinator was the most important hire here. What's the defense going to look like? Because the last 2 years got me thinking about watching Fred Smoot and Keith Newman suit up. You needed a new leader on the defensive side of the ball. We got that with Donatel. And not only did we get a new leader, we're getting a whole new structure going from a 4-3 to a 3-4. Potentially defensive-heavy draft, moves to be made in free agency. But as far as the players that we already have, what's that going to look like? Let's start with the defensive line. 3 down linemen, giving up more space up front compared to a 4-3. You need nothing short of superheroes on the line. You already have one of them with Dalvin Tomlinson, presumably going to play nose tackle, which when he played with the New York Giants, he played in a 3-4 at nose, and Michael Pierce the same in Baltimore, and you could make a case that Pierce could play nose Tomlinson as one of the defensive ends, but with Pierce missing 9 games last season, you save over $6 million in cap by cutting him. I'm just having a hard time picturing Michael Pierce in a Vikings jersey next season. But if the Vikings do decide to keep him, then 2 of the 3 spots on the D-line is accounted for. Danielle Hunter and Donatel sounds like he's committed to having Hunter as one of the core pieces on this defense, saying that he's capable of not just playing defensive end, but also outside linebacker. And he also mentioned that the Vikings, they're going to switch up fronts throughout the course of a game between 3-4 and 4-3. So obviously in 4-3 sets, Danielle Hunter, defensive end. And the more I think about it, in 3-4, I could see Danielle Hunter playing the Khalil Mack role outside linebacker. As a 3-4 DN, facing more bodies, more physicality off the snap of the ball up front compared to what he's used to facing in 4-3 sets, and essentially missing the last 2 years of football due to injuries. I just feel like playing DN in 3-4 sets, me personally, I just feel like there's more risk at play there. Now, assuming he plays outside linebacker and also assuming that Michael Pierce is playing elsewhere next season, then that means on the defensive line, the Vikings, they need 2 starters. At linebacker, Danielle Hunter is accounted for. Eric Kendricks is one of your inside linebackers. And I feel like you may have something there with Blake Lynch as your second inside guy. The snaps he got last year, I thought he was pretty good, which means if he makes it there, you just need a second outside guy. Don't talk to me about Anthony Barr. The man had his first good season in 6 years. Great. The Vikings cannot afford to be willy-nilly with the cap. He should be at the bottom of the priority list. The Vikings cannot afford Anthony Barr. Wherever he goes, good luck to him. In this scenario, the Vikings need 1 starter at linebacker. In the secondary, Hitman's going to be here, at least what I've gathered from Kevin O'Connell's intro press conference, and I think Cameron Bynum has a chance to start opposite Harrison Smith at safety, which brings you to cornerback. After Cam Dantzler, there's nothing left. It makes all the sense in the world to go corner at pick 12 in this year's draft, do all you can to bring back P2, and crisis averted, on paper anyway. Either way, in this scenario, in the nickel formation, you need 2 starters. But for the sake of the base defense, you need 1 starter. So just to recap here, in my optimistic scenario, you're short 4 total starters, assuming Blake Lynch and Cam Bynum, they step up and claim it in training camp. If not, the Vikings need 6. That's tough. And no matter what happens, you still need a nickel corner, which is an honorary starter, so that's +1. That puts it between 5 to 7 starters for the Vikings this offseason. Good Lord. Your thoughts in the comments section below. We're back at it tomorrow. We'll see you then.